And hello! This is Science Mr. Robertson. This is me talking about science to you. This is how we do our homework. Just make sure underneath on Schoolsoft there's a link. Put your name in. Do some questions for me, please. Thank you very much. We have our first topic, Year 7. We're actually moving on after this weather project to chemistry. So in chemistry, we're going to look at these three words first: atoms, elements, and compounds. So, atoms first. We've already kind of looked at atoms because you've already seen how I explain solid, liquid, and gas. If I do those up here, solid, liquid, and gas, super quick. You can all see, yes you can. Then what you have is the idea that in the solid, all of the atoms are touching, they're all holding onto each other, they can't move, they're vibrating. In liquid, you have the same number of atoms, but instead they're moving around each other, still touching, but they can move around each other. And in a gas, they have enough energy now that they can fill the entire space. They're moving around quickly. Every one of these in this picture symbolizes an atom. As far as Year 7 science goes, the atom is the smallest particle of the universe. There are many, many more smaller things, but at least as part of what we're knowing now, atoms are the smallest, and everything is made up of atoms. I like to think of atoms as little Lego bricks, and then I can put them in any different combination that I want. Atoms. What we also have is, of course, every single type of thing we have is made up of different atoms. So we have another word which is element. På svenska jag kan säga grundämne. And basically, these are the different types of atoms. If I talk about the elements, I talk about different types of atoms. There are in total just over 100 elements. Many of them you know about. For example, I could talk about oxygen, I could talk about carbon, I could talk about iron, I could talk about gold. All of these, and many more, there's about 100 of them, they're different elements. I cannot change one element to another, at least not in Year 7 science. No matter what I do to an element of iron, no matter how hot or how cold it is, that atom is still iron. It doesn't change. It might be a liquid, it might even be a gas, but the atom itself can't change. All of these we may find in something called the periodic table. The periodic table is that huge big thing we will see in science labs. We have some to put up downstairs, and they include the list of every single element we know about. Some of them there are only tiny amounts of, but they're all real. And they all exist, and they're all the different types of atoms we have in the universe. However, I said there's about 100 elements. There are more than 100 different types of things I can make. I also can do these elements and make molecules. When I talk about molecules, I'm then talking about two or more atoms joined together. So if I have these atoms and I join them together, I can do different things with them. I can make many, many more things. There are some of these I know you know. For example, I could talk about carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a molecule. It is made up of CO2, which means it has one carbon and two oxygen atoms. That is what carbon dioxide is. It just is that. I can do the same, but for water. Water is going to be H2O. Again, I know you know that. And that will be two hydrogen. You can see me just about, I'll turn around. There we go. Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. That's just what water is. Nothing else can be pure water. That's what molecules are. And I can also have molecules for all kinds of things. For example, even oxygen in our atmosphere, oxygen atomer inte stannar ensam. They actually always have a buddy, have a friend. Oxygen lives as a molecule. It lives as O2. That's two oxygen atoms are always together. I can do the same for many other things. So I can have, for example, nitrogen, the most important gas in our atmosphere. 78% of the air is actually nitrogen. And that is N2. Two of them stay together. And there's many, many more different types of molecule too. These here, if I have the carbon dioxide, the water, for example, they are actually not just molecules, they're actually something really cool called a compound. The compounds, they are basically two or more different atoms joined together. So this has two different kind of atoms, so it must be a compound. Same here. These ones, the oxygen and nitrogen, they are not compounds because it's only one type of atom. And it's through compounds that I can make so many different things. There are things that exist in the universe that are hundreds and thousands of atoms big. By understanding this, then we can get on to the bigger things in chemistry. As I said, on SchoolSoft, there's questions below. Good luck. Thank you very much.